Yes, yes, yes. I am honored. You should be honored too.
I certainly am.
Aw, we are in the presence of greatness. Oh, it is absolutely wonderful. I am so stoked. I'm so thankful. I'm thankful to be here with you now, the Lady Lioness. Everybody, before we begin, my name is Nicholas Tanek. This is your Kinky Friends. Everything we talk about is between consenting adults. We're adults. Seriously, this is not for minors. This is for adults. This is a lifestyle. It's a culture. It's a culture of consent. We're good people. Seriously, we don't break the laws. We're living our lives. We're just trying to get by, and we meet here to talk about kinky, consensual things. It's a lifestyle. It's a culture. Please don't judge. This is your Kinky Friends. New Jersey is in the house. Oh God, this is the reason I love New Jersey.
This is the reason.
This is the reason. The Lady Lioness is the reason I love New Jersey. Perfect example of why New Jersey's got what's going on. We are, we've got the kink community. We definitely do, and it's because of the Lady Lioness. I am here with the Lady Lioness. She basically runs the New Jersey chapter of ClubFEMNJ, which is
I'm a co-leader. Yeah,
a co-leader. Let's bring it up. We met at a munch. No, I'm sorry. No. We met at Mischief Manor. We went at Mischief Manor in Charlotte. So before we begin, let me tell you about how I met the Lady Lioness. So I'm at Mischief Manor. Right, as soon as I walk in, and usually I walk in with with moxie. I try to walk in with some kind of swagger, you know what I mean? Because I'm feeling good. I feel great. Go to the manor after a long week. To there, I'm seeing everybody I love. Mr. Shari just grabbed me instantly. It's like, you have to meet this woman. You have to. And I do what Miss Shari says. Miss Shari, she runs that place, and she runs it well. Shout out to Mr. Shari. She'll be on my gift weekends. And as soon as I saw her, as soon as you came into my field of vision, Lady Lioness, I was blown away. Your light just shines. Your kink, your intellect, your beauty, your sense of humor, your taste, everything. I couldn't stop talking with you all night, and I'm so glad that you're on the show. So,
oh, Nick, thank you so much for your kind words. I'm honored. I truly am. And I had such a great time that night, and meeting you was certainly one of the highlights. It was a very easy conversation, and we just had so much to talk about. We have pretty aligning views on a great many things, and you were so inspiring to me. So thanks for having me.
So we're going to start off. We got a lot of questions. They're all Lady Lioness, what's inspiring you these days?
What's inspiring me these days? Well, currently what I'm working on is just being a good steward of kink as far as ClubFEMNJ New Jersey is concerned. ClubFEMNJ New Jersey is a local chapter of an international organization for dominant females and submissive males who are seeking that dynamic, whether it be 24/7 or just a little dabble. And the FEM stands for females enslaving males. So it is specifically and niche focus for dominant females and submissive men. So in that arena right now, what I'm focusing on is just giving people a safe space to gather and network and exchange ideas and learn and really just come into whatever version of themselves within that niche that they feel most comfortable with.
So being co-leader, getting a space, we were talking about this before, finding a space to do anything, anywhere in the kink community is a task. So how do you find spaces to have to meet, basically?
So we've been extremely lucky in that we move our munches up and down the state of New Jersey, inside and out, just to sort of cater to our wide location of people. So what we do is we try to have it at a restaurant. We go to the restaurant manager and we discuss, hey, we're going to be having a support group or a networking group. We need sort of a private space. And we've been lucky enough where people have been very welcoming and very kind, not knowing what we're about. And that's okay. You know, what we do is what we do. It doesn't have to be for public consumption. And then as far as our parties are concerned, we had one in Asbury Park last year, February. It was the Goddess of Love party. And that was at, you know, where are you familiar with the party Brimstone from way back when it was in Asbury Park?
Yes.
Okay. So you remember where it was?
I'm familiar. Yes.
Yeah. So at the Berkeley Hotel. So the general manager of the Berkeley Hotel currently, wonderful person. I come to find out, I didn't know what she did. She's somebody who comes to see me in my professional walk of life, in my vanilla life. And we just hit it off and connected. And I said, hey, we want to have a party. Are you interested in hosting that for us? And she was like, absolutely. So we were very lucky to have that space for our Goddess of Love party. And then this upcoming party on the 22nd, we're doing at Goddess House NJ, which is a private location. It's part of my leather family, one of the locations that we use. And it should be a blast.
One of the things that I wanted you on the show was because you're getting people together. You're one of these people who are you're doing it. And like when I was going through the liver transplant and I'm scrolling through Instagram and X or at the time it was Twitter, seeing people like you doing it, like getting people together, that gave me the fire, the energy to continue. And a lot of it takes that step just to talk to someone vanilla to, hey, I got a party. Can we do this? What are some advice for anybody else there who wants to, who's in an organization, a BDSM type organization, and they want to throw some kind of just either gathering or just event, you know, what's the energy and approach that do people take to get something like this happening?
So parties are harder. You need a private space because you can't just do that anywhere, right? But as far as munches are concerned, meaning meeting up in a vanilla setting, whether that be at a cocktail lounge, at a restaurant, that's most often what it is, to just speak to the management, usually pick a day that's not so terribly busy as far as their flow of business. Usually we do that on a Monday because most restaurants are slow, if not closed, really on Mondays. So we pick one that's open and we go to the restaurant manager and say, hey, you know, about 20, 30 people, if we could bring them in for a networking function. Nobody ever asks any questions. And if the management does want to know, I usually say, oh, it's a support group, or it doesn't have to be. And we are a support group. We're supporting each other in our kink. So it's not a falsehood. It's just sort of a way to pitch it, you know, well, everything's about the pitch. So.
And we're very festive here at YKF. You're having a Thanksgiving event. We
are.
Can you please tell us about Spanksgiving?
Spanksgiving. So our head mistress, Velvet Contessa, who I co-run this chapter with, she has been doing Spanksgiving for so many years. It's usually, she did it at Brimstone. I helped her cook and serve for one of the Brimstone Spanksgiving events. It was a dinner that was hosted the day before Brimstone began. And we called it either Spanksgiving or Orphans Thanksgiving, where people were coming in early and they could sit down and have a real turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, a real family style Thanksgiving dinner with their kink family. So that's sort of, we're mirroring that and moving that into a ClubFEM arena, where we're going to be serving a full Thanksgiving meal. And then after we clean up the food, then the spank benches come out and we go down to the dungeon and we have a great time.
Lady Red, yes, I love Lady Red from the Interview My Kink podcast. She says the munch I go with, they usually do it on Wednesday. I thought that day seemed kind of odd, but now I know why. See, this is an educational show.
Yes, and that Lady Red, I'd like to say hello, Lady Red. She's one of my sister goddesses with Goddess House NJ.
Yes.
I love you. Lots of love.
Lady Red's amazing. That in
Yes,
that show is she started is pretty amazing. Oh, Authentically Kinky podcast. Met the Lady Lioness at Test Fest. Such a lovely.
Ah,
Saw she was on the show and wanted to drop by and say hello, Catsuit. What's up, Catsuit? From
hi,
Authentically Kinky.
Catsuit.
Oh wow, PD. Greetings, goddess. I bow down to your feet and
I'm so humbled.
please give us money. We need it. YKF Tanic. There's the Cash App on the bottom of the screen. And of course, go to lockedandlust.com. You get 50% off all inventory. Okay, we got to continue. We got to continue, Lady Lioness. We have to continue. I got to find the place where we're going to continue from. All right, music. You love music. We're going to talk about it throughout. So we might as well start it now. Throughout this interview, I'm going to ask you some very bizarre, whimsical music questions that deal with BDSM. So the first one is about music and impact. Magic. Music plus impact equals magic. Name a song that turns a flogging into a symphony.
So I am a fan of Rob Zombie for flogging. There's a lot of heavy beats. There's some pace changes, and for flogging, for me, that's I can Florentine, and I love that. So I take my finger loops in my hands and I just let loose to some Rob Zombie. All
right, Florentine the Rob Zombie. That should be a song. Like an indie rock song or something.
Florentine the Rob Zombie.
All right, you've been in the lifestyle since 2012 on FetLife, but it says 15 years of real experience. All right, you're like me. We talked a lot, but let's go through it. What's the first kink moment that made you go, "This is my home. I know who I am now"?
The first kink moment happened a lot longer than 15 years ago.
Yes, it does.
So I was about 15 years old, and I was dating a boy, and I was having so much fun with him, and probably too young to have certain types of fun, but who cares? It was a different time. So he had gone on vacation with his family, and he came back from Florida. And one of the places he visited while he was on vacation was Gatorland. And he decided that he wanted to bring me back a 6-foot-long decorative bullwhip. It was beautiful. It was a leather braided bullwhip. And I said, oh, that touched my heart. Like, of all things, a magnet, a keychain, no, a bullwhip. And that just really hit my soul. And I thanked him so many times with so many lashes. And I hung it above my bed as a teenager because I didn't know any different. It seemed so very normal. And my mother comes in my bedroom after I hung this thing up right above my bed, and she goes, oh, she was deeply appalled and disturbed. She said, what the hell is that? I said, oh, that's my whip. So that's where it really began. And it just was, it was a journey of discovery from that point, not really knowing about a community. This is before I was 15, so it was before the AOL chat rooms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that was way back in the dark ages. And I just, I thought I was weird, for a good period of time in my dating life. And then finally, I found FetLife. And I found my home, and I said, oh, I'm not weird. I'm perfectly normal, and this is fantastic.
I love your name, Lady Lioness.
Thank you.
What is the name? Basically, how does your primal big cat energy show up in your dominance?
So, Lioness, I am in love with, fascinated by, inspired by, it's my spirit animal, the lion. I like the element of their pack. I like the hierarchy of the pack. I like the way that they stalk and in silence. And by the time you realize you're in trouble, it's too late. We're too close. So can't really go anywhere. It's as far as animalistic and primal energy, I'm big into scent. I like to, when I play, I like to take in the smells, I like very, very the primal senses. And some like marking, I might rub myself against somebody, or just to, put my perfume on you so you smell it later when you go home.
What perfume or cologne makes you melt?
Makes me melt? Like that I wear?
That you smell and you're like,
God, I forget the name of it. There's one cologne that I smell on a guy. And the scent, I can't remember the name of it, but the scent that apparently when it goes in my nose, it goes straight to my vagina, is the scent of oud, apparently. The oud smell.
okay.
Like Gourmand and oud. It's, I don't know what it is. It just processes perfectly.
Sunshine. When I first met Sunshine, she loved cologne and a certain type of cologne. So I went to 3 different places because I wanted to like have this grand gesture of romance, for that one cologne. It was Prada. Yeah.
Prada. Very nice.
Carbon by Prada. Okay. Let me ask you this, Lioness.
Mm-hmm.
Lioness, have you ever Simba'd anybody?
Have I ever Simba'd anybody?
Do you know what Simba means? Well, according to, I believe it was Levy Lake, or was it Trinity? One of the dominatrixes I had in my show. What she does is she cuts somebody, right, on their thigh or the arm, and she takes their blood and she puts it on their forehead, and she Simbas like the side, like almost like the side of the cross.
How very interesting. Wow.
That's what she calls it, Simbaing, for some reason. I don't know. I would think it's about like Simbaing, be like you go on top of a cliff and you take your big adult baby and you hold them in their arms and you let all the other pups or subs or I don't know, lions, I guess, or cubs come and go witness at the awe, but I don't know.
I have not, in that sense, I have not done real bloodletting. So it's sort of not, I like knife play. I do. I like the sharp heat of knife, but bloodletting, not as inclined to that.
So when you're primal huntress mode,
yes,
your prey squirms, do you pounce or do you play with your food?
I play.
You play.
I play like a little mouse.
Yeah.
I do. I play. And then sometimes, I may sink my teeth in to a neck or something,
Oh, really? Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Do you ever let the prey fight back?
They don't usually want to. They're pretty well melted into a puddle by that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, strong lion. Strong like a lion. All right. And in the spirit of catnip, do you have a favorite kind of cat? Because lions are considered cats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the big cat, of course, lions. Those are my favorite. But in domestic cats, I love Maine Coons and ragdolls. I really love them.
Okay. Music break. What's the best song or album for cunnilingus?
So I did some thinking about that, and I'm an R&B girl.
Yes.
I like Mariah Carey's "Touch My Body."
Okay, I got to revisit that one. All right.
I mean, I like it. I admittedly, I don't really have much bandwidth to pay attention to, background music to when that's happening. I'm fairly focused and really enjoying that when that's happening. But
you're an R&B girl. Were you hit hard by D'Angelo's death?
It's pretty sad.
It was devastating. I love D'Angelo. Like Black Messiah is an incredible album. Voodoo is almost perfect in certain ways.
When the world loses great talent, it's always just it's a tragedy.
Yeah. Voodoo is a great album for cunnilingus, at least the second half. I also go Maggot Brain by Funkadelic. The 10-minute long guitar solo is yeah, it's very good. And also Dead Can Dance, Rakim. That's like orgy theme music. All right, one word, because I'm a poet. One word. What one word would you use to describe your dominant style?
If I had to give you one word, it would be protective.
Okay.
It would be very protective.
Protects you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
15 years. You've been doing this 15 years. What's one rookie mistake you see all these veteran doms make?
So, I mean, we when we get caught up in things, and anybody can, whether you're in it for a day or you're in it for, 20 years, we can get caught up in things and sort of maybe take for granted that other people have the same level of knowledge, and just being able to start at square one, or at least verify the foundation of whatever it is you're going into, for me, I believe is an important thing. So imagine I'm playing with you, Nick, and you've been doing this quite some time, right? And we come into this negotiation, right? We're going to negotiate a scene. I'm not going to take for granted, just because you've been doing this for so long, and not negotiate with you in a complete way. Yeah. So just to be able to cover, and verify a foundation.
That's a great approach. It really is a great approach. And you never know what kind of day the person's having either.
It's true.
Or the weird things that could trigger people. You know what I mean? I once went on a date and I smoked angel dust before that was an accident. I'll never do it. And we saw the movie Benny and June. I can never watch that movie again. So not that I'm going to be in a BDSM club or a BDSM munch and someone's going to be like, we're going to watch Benny and June. That's not going to happen. But you never know. But
anything can happen.
Anything can happen. All right, let's talk about this Mommy Domme energy. You've embraced Mommy Domme energy with Dolce Aventura. Nice on the Fellini references. First of all, I gotta give Dolce Aventura that.
He's a sweetheart.
When you say Mommy Domme, all right, there are different kinds of Mommy Dommes out there. How would you say your style of Mommy Domme? First of all, are there diapers involved or anything like that, or is it just the nurturing? For example, Miss Melissa, the one who edited and did the covers for my books, she was like a mama bear Dom. Like that was like her thing. She was like mama bear, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm not. I don't engage in age play. It can be a beautiful dynamic between two people who love it. I don't engage in age play. It's more of a guiding, nurturing, protective. That's really what it is. And to be able to embrace and wrap somebody, Dolce, in my embrace and have him, offer him a space to be safe and feel what he needs to feel and get what he needs to get and get out what he needs to get out. And that's sort of unconditionally my approach to mommy dominance.
I see the Mommy Domme kind of sneak in sometimes with not necessarily the adult baby, but with the sissification. I see because the mommy's the key holder, and the term they use, mommy, let me come, stuff like that. Does that ever come into play with your play?
Sissification or
with your Mommy Domme energy?
It depends on the person that I'm with. If I'm playing with somebody who does like sissification and we dress, I'm always, and that's just my default style, is to approach with nurturing and guidance and safety.
So that's a default style. That goes to my next question. The next question was, how did nurturing become a part of your sadistic toolkit? Meaning, like, something bad could have happened and you learned from it and you're never so it's just part of your default, huh? It's
my personality. If you meet me on the street in regular vanilla life and you talk to me for a good 15, 20 minutes, you'll feel that from me. It's just, I'm extremely kind. I'm extremely peaceful. I allow a lot of space and grace for people. I meet people where they're at, and I act heart first, for better or for worse.
And I see that as soon as I met you, as soon as I felt that, as soon as I met you. So one thing that we talked about and that I love is service and worship. Service and worship are love languages. They're your love languages, pretty much, right?
They are.
Let me ask you this. What's a non-sexual act of service that makes your heart melt?
Make my coffee. Make my coffee the way I like it and hand it to me. And that's one. Or foot massage. That's another. That's just, oh God, like that'll melt my soul.
Did you ever have a French maid locked in chastity, full on garter belts and stockings, give you a foot massage every night?
Not every night. That sounds like probably the best existence possible. Lucky girl to whoever gets that.
On a different note, music break. What's the best song for brutal edge play or CBT?
I love the Matrix soundtrack.
Okay.
It's again that like heavy bass, you know, lo-fi, and with the paired with like a fast pace, just something that is high energy, high power, and gets you going.
Okay. Safe words. We're talking about safe words. Of course, there's yellow, there's green, there's, you know, red, right? I used moonlight and moonbeam. Just some, and then people use weird ones like banana or, you know, marry me or what's your do you have a favorite safe word that you've heard or that you've heard someone use or someone says that just sticks out in your mind that's either odd or cool or
so I'm pretty standard as far as the color system, red, yellow, green, but there was somebody I played with many years back who we couldn't he just couldn't get to yellow, right? He couldn't get the word yellow out. So, but what he would repeat is ishkabibble, ishkabibble.
Yeah.
And when I heard ishkabibble, I was like, geez, I wonder if that's yellow. Like, I think that might be yellow. So, and we determined, yeah, it's just can't get yellow, but he can get that out. I said, okay, well then that's your yellow.
Speaking of safe words, there's a movie called Safe Words, a Japanese movie. I just put it up on the screen. This movie is incredible. I highly recommend anybody who's into rope, getting pissed on in public, vibrator use in pub, secret vibrator use in public. How fun is that? I haven't done that in a while.
Fantastic.
Totally reminds me, it, like inspired me. I got to do that again. Secret vibrator use in public is great. Check out Safe Word. You'd, Lady Lioness, you'd love it. Love it. All right.
I will definitely. It's on my watch list.
Shout out to my people at Mischief Manor, my boys. Love the Erics. All right. Yeah, they hooked me up with that. Okay, your profile says you have no friend requests unless you've met or have, you know, no rude DMs. A lot of people do that. A lot of people who've been in the scene who have following already, they're just fed up with the bullshit. I don't blame them. But we can still laugh at them, right? What's the funniest bad DM you've gotten?
I would say there was a person who reached out to me and begged me right off the bat to piss in their mouth and sit on their face. And I'm like, just
piss in her, and then you have to sit on their pissy face afterwards. Yeah. That's just rude.
But that's the opening line. Like there was nothing beyond that. It's not like, hello, goddess, I'd love to connect. Nothing. Just
piss on my face and sit on it.
Piss on my face and sit on it so I can eat you. And I'm like, so I at that point I'm like, you know what? What's that?
You can get an infection. You know.
Rude.
Yeah, it's. I mean, at least you know, wash your face before you eat it.
I know. Right? Wash up before you eat dinner, young man.
Right on. Yes, I mean it's a basic rule from like childhood.
Yeah. So those things are like, you know, rude things like that. I'm just like, really? Like, would you walk up to me if I was sitting on a bar stool by myself? Would you walk up to me and say that in public? Probably not. Well, don't slide into it that way.
I used to get a lot of when I was just like pimping the book out. Before this, I was trying to sell books and stuff like that, get the word out. And I would get a lot of I mean, some of them were trolly emails, like they want to be because the person I was with loved kinky gardening. So the person wanted to be a carrot, wanted to be painted orange, have his hair dyed green, be buried up to his neck in the garden that we had at the time.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's cute. How do I answer that? So you All right, you mentor through Goddess House, New Jersey. Please tell us what Goddess House is before I start asking you questions about it. I love that there's something called Goddess House, New Jersey. This is something that I've dreamed about since I was just started getting pubic hair. Seriously, when I was just started feeling weird down there and having wild dreams, I wish there was like a house of goddesses in New Jersey. Now I just realized there is.
There is. I can't take credit for the inception. What's that?
I said, I'm glad I survived that liver transplant.
Yeah, right. Me too, Nick. But yeah, there's I can't take credit for the inception of Goddess House NJ. That's Velvet Contessa and my sister goddesses, his blue-eyed goddess, Mistress Gabrielle, Goddess Coco, Miss Difficult, and these are all my sister goddesses. So what we do is we create, it's a leather family. So it's not necessarily a social organization, but more a close-knit family. And we all love each other and we all support each other. And we get together for tea parties, we get together for dinner, we do barbecues. People, boys can usually, men, can apply to become a part of Goddess House NJ for, whatever they're seeking, whether it be training, whether it be connection. And they have, once they go through the vetting process and become a part of the house, which we're very selective about, because it's a family. It's not like a social group. It's a family. You have to jive with all of us. But once you're accepted, you have access to all that, all of that years and years and breadth of experience of kink and fetish and beautiful goddesses that you can serve and that will play with you. And it's a benefit. It's a close-knit, really protective, supportive family. And I'm so blessed and grateful to be a part of it.
Well, I would like to interview them all. Seriously, I would love to. And the show is always better when someone on the show is like, can you interview this person that I know? And then that turns into something else. That leads into something else. All right. So you're bringing on these new doms. Not any dom can just walk, just say, oh, I'm going to be part of Goddess House. And it becomes almost an educational thing too, right? Like, you meet people, you network, you learn things. What's the toughest lesson that a new dom would learn at the Goddess House?
One of the biggest mistakes that we see in new people, and it's I'm grateful I had a grounding element or a couple of grounding elements in my life when I first entered into the community, is what's called dungeon disease. And it's if you get so caught up in the frenzy and the newness of, ooh, I got to be at that party, and ooh, I got to play with that person, and ooh, I want to play. And it's like a newly discovered utopia for you. And you just want to get out there and do it. And unfortunately, when you get caught up in the frenzy and you're burning so bright, you run the risk of burning out. And so that's one of the things that we discuss and that we try to teach. The other thing is one of the concepts that Mistress Gabrielle and Velvet Contessa had spoken about for years and taught classes on is taking the bitch out of Femdom. You don't have to be a bitch to be a Femdom. You don't have to demand money. You don't have to demand services. I mean, there is such a thing as Femdom, and for people who want that, that's great. But the archetype of that bitchy Femdom doesn't have to be it. That's
when I first met you, that shined through in everything you did, from the way you spoke, the way you stood, the way you looked at people, the way, and that makes it it gives Femdom such a beautiful new perspective, so thank you for that. Let me ask you this: 15 years in, what's one thing you used to believe about Femdom that you laugh about now?
You don't have to know everything. You don't have to. And the fact that you can admit that you don't is a real strength. If you are unsure, it's okay. Even though you're on the top side, it's okay. And to just seek some extra guidance or information, or, I mean, that's being able to be humble enough to open your mind to learning at any stage of the game. That's really important.
That's part of my daily ritual these days.
Mm-hmm.
Being humble, so I can let the day, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I can really approach the day in the right way. Let's talk about upcoming events. You got SPANKSGIVING.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right. Give me a sneak peek. Give me a sneak peek about the events, and are there any rituals or themes involved? I mean, obviously we could do it, but please let's talk about it.
So SPANKSGIVING, we will have some of the male submissives who are a part of ClubFEM. They'll be serving, they'll be cleaning, they'll be prepping, they'll be cooking, and they'll be making sure that they're doting on the dominant women in ClubFEM. That's one of the benefits of the power exchange that we enjoy. So that's what'll be for SPANKSGIVING. Naughty Noel, unfortunately, I can't attend it this year. I do have children, and I have to be home. But our headmistress, Velvet Contessa, will be attending with one of our boys who is in ClubFEM, and who is just newly been accepted as a part of Goddess House, so into our family. So that's pretty important. So that'll be fun for them. I can't wait to hear all about it. Next year, my priority is to get to Naughty Noel.
Shout out to JP from Naughty Noel in studio. All right. We got some more. We got a lot of questions, but if a baby Dom is listening, scared to lead, what's a sentence? What's a pep talk? A one sentence pep talk for any Dom out there that doesn't really have any experience and wants to take that first step?
Learn. Educate yourself. Seek experiences, seek information, and for your first time, if you're scared, it's okay. Do it scared, and find a level of comfort and self-esteem and self-assuredness to just find your footing. And it's okay to not be perfect.
I have a question for someone. If someone sent me a message. I'm a young man. Can I go alone to any of these events? So can a young man who's alone, who doesn't have any friends, maybe doesn't have a partner, maybe he's new to the experience, maybe he's new to the area, you know?
Absolutely. We get that quite a bit, actually, in ClubFEM. And what I find is people will reach out to me personally, which on my personal profile page. And I'm so open to that. If somebody signs up for one of our munches and shoots me a DM and says, "Hey, I'm nervous, I'll be there by myself," I said, "Well, you won't be there by yourself. You'll be with me. So come introduce yourself to me, and I'll introduce you to a bunch of other cool people, and you won't be alone." And it's a place I try to be very inclusive and very welcoming, just so that people can find some solace and some security and safety, because it's hard. It's hard being new, and it's hard being by yourself.
Messy Pup has some questions. Talked to him yesterday. Messy Pup asks, I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I said he's adorable.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He asks, what are some principles or rules you live by when thinking about starting a new dynamic or relationship with somebody?
Communication, big one. Transparency, regularity of communication is a big one too.
Yeah, that makes sense too. Totally. What else?
Just to be able to connect with somebody and feel open and feel their openness. If somebody is not open and we can't find a common thread or a way to communicate successfully, well, that's not the right place for us to be, either one of us, So it's really important for communication and transparency.
Let's talk about New Jersey. Did you always live in New Jersey? Were you born here?
Yeah, I was actually born in Staten Island, New York.
Staten Island.
Yeah, I was born in Staten Island.
Shaolin, home of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, my friend.
It isn't. Shout out to Prodigal Son too, from the Sons of Man. I interviewed him a long time ago. That dude was standing up against pit bull fights. Yeah, shout out to Prodigal Son from Sons of Man.
Yeah, shout out for that. So then I moved when I was a toddler to New Jersey, Monmouth County, and I grew up, went to high school, Red Bank Regional High School. That's where I majored in voice and vocal music. And then that's what started my my musical study. And then I moved up to Albany, New York, where I was with my then boyfriend, who I eventually married. Then we moved down to the Bronx, and that was probably my favorite place to live, actually. And I lived there.
When were you living in the Bronx?
It had to be 2002 is when we moved to the Bronx. And it was, we stayed there for about, I think, 12 years or so. Yeah. But that was a great time.
To people in the Bronx, shout out to QED Comedy Club, Laura Petrie, and Chris Gersbeck. Yeah, I have love for the Bronx and the Evolution Vibe Tribe, Dante, the Evolution Vibe Tribe in the Bronx. This is what is fascinating to me, is that we have so many similar interests and we're in the same area. And I'm surprised we have not met sooner. Really, honestly. All right, rapid fire kink advice.
Rapid fire kink advice.
Okay, this is rapid fire kink advice, Lady Lioness. Rapid fire kink advice. Okay. We're gonna start off slow, right? We're gonna start off slow. It's the normal stuff, but then we're gonna get weird and whimsical. All right. Rapid fire kink advice. You restrain someone up and their arm starts to go numb. What do you do? You
shift their weight, and you loosen whatever it is that you've got restrained, because that's not okay.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub shows up way too high. What do you do?
I'm not playing with them, unfortunately. I will give them a safe space to exist, and I won't judge, but I don't believe I could play with them at that point.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub met someone else online and wants to give them all of their money. All of their money. What do you tell them?
Absolutely not.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub just keeps on talking about politics that you don't agree with, but they just don't stop. How do you address it?
I thank them for their opinion, and I appreciate their stance and passion, and I would love to hear about another passion of theirs.
Yeah. Good. All right, rapid fire kink advice. A dom, is talking about robbing a kinkster. What do you do?
I approach that dom, and I tell them, absolutely not. Not okay.
Rapid fire kink advice. A sub keeps on talking about a plan to murder a CEO of a large healthcare company in New York City. It's in the morning. What do you do?
Call the authorities. God.
All right.
That's rough.
Music break. What is a kink novelty song? Any song that is about kink or about, it could be Rihanna, S&M, but like I was listening to Go-Kart Mozart, Electro Sex, a song called Electro Sex by Go-Kart Mozart. Guess what that's about? Ultra Vivcine has a great song called How Sweet, and how sweet to serve the master and how sweet to train the slave. There are tons of songs, kink novelty songs. Anyone you could think of? So
there's actually, I came across a newer one in the last, 5-7 years. I can't remember when it was made, when it was released, but it's Camila Cabello. And it's her song, She Loves Control. And I was like, wow, I can vibe to that. It came on the regular hits radio. And I was like, Or Heathens by 21 Pilots.
Oh, I
That's absolutely a kink song. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow, right? Wait for them to ask you who you know. Are you vetted? I mean, it's the whole thing is about entering into a kink party, in my opinion.
definitely. All right, AI and kink. How are you evolving with AI?
How am I involving? I treat AI like my little personal assistant. I say, there's a
Yeah.
topic that I want to know more about. And so I'll type it, I'll pull up ChatGPT and I'll say, hey, I don't necessarily understand this. Can you give me some bulleted points? And, you know, what is this? Can I get a deeper understanding of it? And that's what I do. It's my little secretary.
Mm-hmm. That's the same way I use it for too. All right. Would you rather? The Lady Lioness, would you rather? You have to choose one or the other. You can't have a little bit of both.
Oh, God.
One or the other. All right. You have a session. You have some kind of session or some kind of scene. Scene. Is it all psychological or all physical? It has to be one or the other. Which one?
My preference is psychological.
Okay. Would you rather? Would you rather experiment with a new kink or just do the standards?
Experiment with a new kink.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather a detailed planned session or a spontaneous session that just kind of happens?
I'm a planner. I am
Okay.
definitely a planner. Yeah.
I like to have like a loose plan. Like just this show is kind of like a loose plan. Like I give you the questions, you have the question, we have a thing, but who knows where it can go? We can start talking about grilled cheese, you know. It doesn't. All right. Would you rather sensory deprivation, blindfolds, earplugs, or sensory overload, feathers, ice, music, hot wax?
Wow. Good question. Would I rather? I'm going to say sensory overload.
All right. Okay. Would this be for yourself or if you're doing it to somebody?
Doing it to somebody.
Okay. Music break. Would you rather ethereal shoegaze music or instrumental hip hop during a scene?
I think it's instrumental hip hop.
All right. The rhythms.
I like to groove. Yeah.
Lady Linus, like I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. When I first met you, you had this like light about you. You really did, and I was impressed. I'm impressed with ClubFEMNJ. I was impressed with what you do, how you talk, how you hold yourself. So that means I look at myself. This person's got it going on. This person, you know. So there must be some kind of self-care involved. I have a self-care ritual I do every morning, and it helps. Discipline is very important. It really changed my life, my perspective on things. I feel I'm a healthier, kinder person because of my morning ritual. You know, a better lover, a better podcaster. You know, do you have any self-care rituals?
I try at the end of each day to reflect, and I reflect on three things. I reflect on what I'm grateful for. I reflect on what were my challenges for the day. And then I reflect on what do I want to start my day with the next day. So that's a practice that I try to do. If I get home late from work, I work late, and I pass out, well, if I miss a day. But I do try very hard to reflect at the end of each day.
Now you're a vocalist. You said you went to school for singing. Do you sing when you spank?
I don't. I mean, I'll sing along. I'll sing along to a music if
all right.
I know the song. Yeah, I'll sing along to music. Yeah.
If you were gonna sing what song? If you're gonna sing any, if you like, you're on stage, you're YKF. We're doing a YKF show where you're gonna Lady Linus is gonna sing for us, and then all of a sudden, beautiful butt comes out on a stool, and you come. You know, if you're a sub and you start spanking and the microphone's right there and you start singing, what song are you singing?
It's always a good time. Yeah. It's always a good time.
All right, we're gonna do this more silly stuff. Kink Olympics. If there was gonna be a Kink Olympics and there was an event, what would it be for you?
Foot worship.
Foot worship. How would you judge that?
If you can make me come from sucking my toes, Gold medal.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's going in the quotes.
Gold medal.
I'm stopping the show to write this down. If you can make me come by sucking my toes, gold medal. Yes. All right. We're gonna wave the magic wand of misconception. Here's a magic wand. Misconception. You wave it once, and any misconception of femdom or kink can go away. What would it be?
It's not taboo.
It's not taboo. Okay.
It's not. It's very normal.
Whimsical music break. What's one song or a dungeon? What's one song in a dungeon or an event that you wish that could ruin a scene for you?
Oh God. I don't really know. I'm not big into rap. And I don't know that I don't really think pop, like popular mainstream pop. I think that might kill my mood in a dungeon.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I want to hear
Yeah,
no. The kink community is always evolving. What trends or changes do you see in the community right now that you're excited about?
I love the focus on education and consent and consent in many different stages of the interaction between however many people. So you've got your initial consent, you've got your ongoing consent, and then you've got your reflective consent. And I believe that the fact that we educate on that and that we focus on that is really important, because we don't exist in a vacuum, and things don't happen in a vacuum. You could be having a terrible day and you may not rescind your consent, but to be able to have the conversation afterward that, I just didn't enjoy what we did, and to be able to tease out, well, I think it's because of the hard day I had, and not something that you did, So I like the emphasis on consent and the evolution of it across the board.
Me too. Consent's sexy.
Sure is.
It still is. Impact play. You can tell a lot about a person with what they use to hit somebody with. Mm-hmm. We have floggers. There's whips. There's. I used books. I had a show. I used books as book reviews for the YKF Book Review Author Circle segment. Sometimes your hand. What's your favorite impact play toy?
It's my hands.
Yeah,
it's my hands. I have strong hands. I squeeze, I grab, I pinch, I slap, I pound, I punch. So it's my hands.
When's the last time you punched someone in the butt?
In the butt. My former husband used to like that. He used to like to be treated like a punching bag. So when I played with him
at the manor, I see it like almost every week. There's someone getting punched in the butt.
Good for them.
And we know the person is doing it.
It's beautiful.
All right, chastity. Do you have anybody in chastity right now?
I do not.
You do not. Mm-mm. Do you usually keep people in chastity? Or have you kept people in chastity? I
have experience with chastity. It's a hot kink. It really is a hot kink. It builds anticipation. It prolongs. It heightens the focus of the person in chastity. For me, chastity, I won't call that one of my kinks, because for me, I like use. I like having somebody constantly available for use. If we're out at the grocery store and you turn me on, you turn a certain way, the light hits you a certain way, and I'm just like, oof, God, I want to be able to come close to you and grab your cock. I don't want to feel it in a cage. I want to feel it. And then I want to watch you walk around the grocery store pitching a fucking tent. So that is what I like.
Yeah.
So I don't, and then ready and available whenever I want it. But chastity is hot. It really is.
Or to watch you in a grocery store pitch a tent. That one down. We got some good quotes tonight.
If nothing else.
And with that note, you can get 15% off with offer code YKF at lockedandlust.com. If you had a choice with chastity, silicone, plastic, or metal?
I would say either silicone or metal. It depends on the size, of course. I like the sound of clinking against metal. But silicone's more comfortable for a more daily kind of a way.
Sadism. When was the last time you were impressed by sadism? Either yours or someone else's. What was it?
Sadism. There are people who get pretty evil.
Yeah.
And I think that it's
New
incredibly sexy. What's that?
New Jersey's got some sadists. Holy shit.
Yeah, we do.
Around.
It is pretty hot to watch. I think there was, I'm fairly certain there was a pretty heavy scene. There was wasn't there needles at the manor?
Oh,
wasn't
God.
Somebody's doing needles.
Sounding. Shout out to Ed Wood there. Those sounding.
Oh my God, that was impressive. God bless. That was perfect. But yeah, sadism it's incredible when I can see somebody get there and watch somebody else just take all of that. Oh my God.
All right. Specification. We talked before the show, you know what I'm wearing underneath all this. Throughout the years, you've been in the scene for a long time. Your attitude towards sissification changed over the years.
Has it changed? No, I think I felt pretty solidly about it from the time I learned about it till now. Sissification can be really beautiful for somebody who enjoys it. I like to see people when their kink makes them sparkle. I like the sparkle. I like to watch somebody come alive from enjoying their kink. Sissification, some elements of it, I have to be very honest with you and say they are not so enjoyable to me. When I see someone in sissification who wants to be, who wants to present as whatever their version of a woman is, and they color that in a way that a woman should be demeaned or degraded, or because of the fact that they're womanly. And so for me, I have a hard time reconciling that, just for me. I understand that that's a kink and I respect it, and I would never yuck somebody else's yum. But for me, it's hard for me to reconcile, because I totally
on board with that. And so is Mr. Shari. And we're talking about how we could kind of change the narrative and even take back the word sissy, so to speak, because a lot of the sissies at the manor, I mean, it's not really like a degradation, humiliation thing over there. So the vibe is just different. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either. I mean, it is hot. It's fucking sexy as can be.
True.
It really is. It's just that there is another path to take. That's what. And so like when I got into the fetish myself, right, I was kind of turned off by it. I was terrified of the chastity aspect. And then if any woman who was interested in any of this, well, they'd end up throwing the keys, outing me, and then dumping me. Because that's how the story ends. The narrative, that's how it ends in every porn and even in real life, the people who are living that. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm the narrator of my own story, right? I always got to do things differently. So I wanted to help change that. So the fact that you recognize that is very, very beautiful. For me, it's fabric. And Cherry from Conversations with Crossdressers, C-Bombs, as she's known as, she goes, it's fucking fabric. What's the big deal? It's fabric.
It's true. It's true.
Jersey said, what's the big deal? It's fabric. Stop it. Stop complaining about it.
And some of it feels really nice. And I, in my professional life, I did help a friend out where I helped manage her lingerie store, her bra and lingerie store. And
I can only imagine that, you working at a bra and lingerie store. Me coming in, imagine I have this like secret hidden thing, and then I meet you. And would you know? Would you be able to size up a cross dresser like that?
I have, yeah, I have. And I've been able to connect with them and make them feel comfortable in sharing that with me. And we talk about, I learned so much. We joked about writing a book called Behind the Curtain, like behind the dressing room curtain.
Totally should.
Yeah. So we joked about that.
I would seriously, actually, I was looking for a book kind of like that. I wanted people like that on my show to help them like write like stuff like that. Please write a book. You can still do it. Seriously.
Yeah. But it was so nice. Yeah.
The Lady Lioness. All right, platforms. How can people reach you? We got a lot to do. We're not done yet, but I want to just, in case people can look you up while we're watching, what's the best place to see you? So
the best place would be FetLife. Yeah, on FetLife. You could look me up by my name, The Lady Lioness. That's my profile name. Or you can send me through ClubFEMNJ New Jersey. You could go to the Contact Us page and send me a note through there. I get all of them. So, and I really try in a timely manner to respond to everyone. So you could do it either one of those two ways.
Nice. What was the last dream you remembered?
Last dream I remembered. Gosh. I have trouble sleeping. I'll be honest with you. So I don't get a whole lot of sleep. But what's the last dream I remembered? Probably a sex dream, because I've been pretty horny lately, not gonna lie.
Really? So what do you do in times like this?
When I have a sex dream and I wake up?
Yes.
What do you think I do? Like any other normal person would do. I take care of it, handle some business.
What if you have to go to work, or you have to go to I don't know, a wedding?
Well, then I squish around all day until I can get home and handle my business.
Yes. Now, being a dominant, someone did. I'm going to reword a question that someone asked me. I'm going to try to reword it. Hopefully, I'll do it justice. I met this person, and they're like, do these doms that you talk to, they just like go to the store and just pick any man they want and bring them home? So
no.
Yeah, that's fine.
No. Nope.
So now, right? Now you got the answer there, buddy.
Yeah, no.
Music break. What song when you hear, you just have to be like, I have to dance?
Dancing Queen by ABBA. When that comes on, I'm just all over it. I like Latin beats. Anything David Guetta.
No, it's great Afro jazz. Yeah. Like Fela Kuti and all stuff. Check that stuff out. The Roots in Common and interpolated that some of their music too. Latin beats are amazing. I went to a wedding in DC, and a band just came out. It was a surprise by the groom's father, and wow, did we just shake our asses all night. Nice. Food. I love food. I have a romance with food, especially after liver transplant. Certain things I couldn't eat. I was denied cheese, Lady Lioness. What would you do without cheese? Or salt? What would you do? I would revolt. I didn't have the energy. Yeah, right. If you could describe your dominatrix persona in a meal, what would it be and why? Wow. What would it be in a meal? I think it would be a hearty meat and potatoes. I think it would be a steak. It would be comforting. It would be meat and potatoes. Now, would that steak be rare, meat, or well done? What? Of course, rare. Medium rare. Nice and warm. Warm and red. All right. I do this for everybody, and of course, I'm going to do it with you. All right, Lady Lioness. Let's fantasize for a second here, right? You have endless resources. You can go anywhere in the world with anybody you want. You could pretty much do anything. What is your ultimate kinky fantasy? I'm going to take myself out for this one.
My ultimate kinky fantasy. I fantasize about opening a club, actually. I fantasize about opening a kink club that would be a place for people to come and play. It would double as a concert venue. It would be a place for education. I would love to hold, very much like Mistress Shari, what she does at Mischief Manor. But I would want it to be unlimited resources, of course. I would want it to be a big place. And I would want to be able to host weekend retreat style events, and really give back to the kink community and enjoy, living my best kinky life.
I think I have the same dream.
Don't we all?
I had to, like, with mine, it's pretty much that, but it also had like studios where we could have live shows, we could live venues, we could create content, and, yeah. Oh God. All right.
Red light district, spanking in the windows. It'd be great.
Yes. Yes. All right. The kink rabbit hole goes deep. Lady Lioness, we're still living. We're still alive. And we have a wonderful life. We have wonderful lives ahead of us. And we're very kinky. Yeah. What are some kinks that you've never been into before that you're kind of interested in now?
The most recent kink that I got into that I didn't know sparked such a fire in me was the Mommy Domme. Even though, I was always goddess focused, worship, devotion. That was always my thing. Primal lioness, that was always my thing. But and this happened during a time where Dolce and I were being intimate. We were having sex. And he asked me if he could come, and he called me mommy. And I was like, that was like an electric shock. I was like, oh my God, I did that. And I took in a split second, I had to make the decision. Is that hot? Is that not? And I'm like, I think it's pretty hot. Like, wow, okay.
Well, all through, and it's not, I mean, think about it. It's not, is it really that different from, how many times is some guy called daddy or poppy?
Yeah, it's true.
No sense. It's like, it's in music. It's in, like, seriously, it's in choruses of songs. It's it's in David Pumpkins. There you go. I Poppy and David Pumpkins. Which is a Saturday Night Live script. Tom Hanks. Come on. So, I mean, what's switching the gender, is that such a big deal? I mean, come on.
You're right.
I gotta admit, when I first started getting into the Femdom and the Femdom kind of forced cross dress and stuff like that, chastity, I saw a sissy lying down, all dressed up, heels, white stockings, black garterbelt though, right? And the elegant mommy had pearls. Yeah, totally. Blouse, like her pearls. Elegant mommy unlocks the chastity device and didn't say it until she was like, until she said, it goes, are you gonna come for mommy? And I was like, whoa, okay. That totally took it to another level. See, the beauty of chastity when it comes to like that and the mommy thing with chastity is you are caring. Mommies are caring, so it's like that you could still be dominant and caring, and that's what is really beautiful in your attitude and what you're bringing to the table on this is to the kink table, so to speak. All right, rapid fire recommendations. They don't have to be kink related, but they usually end up being kink related.
I mean, it is a kinky podcast.
Yeah, all right, but it's all media, so rapid fire recommendations, and they don't have to be the be all end all of who you are. It's just, Nick, you might like this. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Recommend a film.
Interview with a Vampire.
Excellent film.
I love vampy interactions.
It was one of those movies like in high school, you put it on and then, you know, the girl you're with gets horny, you know? Seriously.
And then you can follow that up with Queen of the Damned. That's like, oh God, just all
Books
the Enrights.
better. Books better. But still, oh, Leah, rest in peace, Leah. What a voice. I'm too young. All right, rapid fire recommendations. Recommend a book.
Recommend a book. I would say The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. And I read that. I take little bits of it and I just go back and I read like a couple of pages and just take into myself, like, there's perspective. You know, not everything is so heavy. Not everything is your responsibility. And just to be able to maintain and remember happiness as opposed to stress.
That is incredibly important. And not only after the liver transplant, everything I've been through, it's sinking in heavy now. Those philosophies and those meditations of the Dalai Lama and Buddhist teachings and Shaolin teachings as well, stuff like that. All right, rapid fire recommendations. Recommend a meal.
Recommend a meal. Recommend a meal. I don't know. Vegan. Eat vegan. Try vegan food. It's clean. It's so interesting what people do with different elements to create vegan things. And there's so much out there now. So I'd say vegan meals.
Much better than it used to be.
Try them.
And as someone who's struggled with nutrition and diet, and I don't eat, I can't eat red meat. There's certain other things I can't eat too. So the vegan route is always wonderful option. Rapid fire recommendations. Recommend art. Any medium, any artist, any.
You know, I've always loved Maya Angelou and her resilience and her beautifully poetic way of painting with words such heartbreak and the ability to persevere through that. I admire her.
Ever since I was in elementary school, Maya Angelou always just stayed with me. It always did. I always loved it. Okay, thank you very much. Recommend a television show.
Television show. My guilty pleasure, the series, was Vampire Diaries. I'm very into vampires. It's a thing. Vampire Diaries was something I really enjoyed.
I saw the Jim Jarmusch movie, The Dead Don't Die, with Adam Driver, Bill Murray. Have you seen that?
I haven't, but I love Bill Murray, so I'm surprised I haven't seen it.
Only Lovers Left Alive is another interesting one. They're doing some cool things with vampires these days. All right, word association game. I'm going to say a word or a phrase. You say the first thing that pops into your mind. Okay. No wrong answer, Lady Lioness. So I could say chastity. You could say lock, right? But if I say chastity, you could say,
hot, dripping.
Or you could say that, but you could still, if you're thinking about meat and potatoes, because we just talking about food, you could say meat. There's no wrong answer. All right. The only thing I do ask is, this is a positive show, so we don't want to kink shame, right? So if I say something weird, which I'm gonna, just say not my thing, and we'll go on to the next. It's rapid fire word association game, okay? And then, guess what? I have a jar. Ooh. This jar is filled with paper, and I don't know what's in this jar. So we're in this together, okay? We're in this together. This is all right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Chastity.
It's hot.
face slapping,
Ouch.
fire play,
Also hot.
cross dressing,
Silky smooth.
knife play. Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Sexy.
Rope.
I wish I knew more.
Shout out to Briska at Mischief Manor. Yeah, she teaches the rope, does a good job, and I totally know how you feel. I was watching that movie Safe Word, and they had this amazing rope scene, and so I'm like, let's duplicate it, and I'm trying to tie her up, and like, I gotta sharpen up on my rope skills. So
Yeah.
everybody, sharpen up on your rope skills.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to come in handy. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to word association game. Sploshing.
Oh, fun time.
Yeah. Okay. What have you splashed with? What do you want?
Pies, whipped cream, things like that. And there's someone who is dear to my heart that enjoys splooshing.
Yes.
It's great.
I think we're talking about the same people. Same
I
person.
think you might. Yeah.
Love you, Peggy. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Word association game. Alien impregnation.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how?
Well, it's the role play. For example, my friend Nico Noir, shout out to Nico Noir, Texas. This client comes up with a script, like not a handwritten, like a typed up script. And that, okay, so you'll get one of those dildos that lay the eggs, and, you'll be an alien, and stuff. You know what I mean?
So cool.
Okay. Medical play.
Sanitize.
Straight jackets.
Crazy.
Saran wrap.
Scritchy. Scritchy. That's the noise that you hear. I tried it. Yeah, it's just a bunch of scritchy.
At first, I was thinking of like scritches, like, you get puppy. You do puppy play sometimes, right? You can do scritches. You give them scritches. You know what I mean? I thought that's what you meant. But like, if they were in Saran wrap and you're giving them scritches, all right. Strap on dildos.
Give me more.
French maid outfits.
Oh my God. That's all I got. Oh my God. I love that.
Coming in chastity cages.
Dripping.
Piss.
Marking.
And finally, toilet coffin.
Toilet coffin. I don't know that that's my thing.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. What are some? All right. You, Lady Lioness, you're the lioness. The whole jungle is yours. We have to keep the kink jungle has to stick together. We got to help each other out now more than ever. In what ways can kinky people unite and help each other? Network, talk to people, be a member of the community, a good member of the community, and try and be a support at whatever capacity you can, because that's what people are lacking, and what people are so afraid to not have when they start exploring BDSM because of the taboo nature. But to be able to be at whatever capacity a support, that's I think that's one of the ways that we can help each other. At whatever capacity you can. I like to write down the quotes, the ones that really should resonate with people. With that being said, how can kinky people make money? If you have a talent, use it. If you're good at making things, build them. If you're good at teaching people, teach them. If you're a good cook, offer to cater events with, like, little snacky things.
how can kinky people make money? Yeah.
And shout out to the chef at the Manor. I see the Manor is a in my mind is a perfect example of people coming together, very talented people coming together, and they're talented in different ways. Not only in the kink realm, wow, are they impressive, but like just making food, making desserts, or it's stuff like that. Yeah.
The Manor is a wonderful, wonderful entity in and of itself, and it's really really well executed. I have to hand it to Mistress Shari for what she does, and Catnip Boy for all the things that they do there. It's so needed, so needed.
We had a great live show. It was so much fun. We had guests. I interviewed Shari in front of everybody with a live audience, stuff like that. We did poetry reading, stuff like it was really fun. Hope to do it again. And the whole thing was like a big love letter to the Manor and to the people. It truly saved my life. And in my new book, I'm writing a book about the liver transplant, and a major aspect of it is the Manor, of like this rebirth I had. I died. I was dead for a minute. I was in a coma for a week. I come back. I survive a liver transplant. I meet Shari, and now look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Really, truly beautiful what she's done. There's a miracle. There's a magic to the Mischief Manor.
And your story, Nick, is so inspiring. Just to have a new lease on life and to get out there and live life to whatever your fullest is. And I love seeing you do it. And that was so apparent when I met you and was chatting with you at the Manor. I was so impressed by the unapologetic way that you are questing after your best human experience. And that's huge.
No one's ever worded it like that. I appreciate that. That's really cool. That makes me feel amazing. But I have to say, as soon as I saw you walk down in that door with that jacket and that shirt.
What shirt?
I used that shirt to promote this. You gotta look at the banner to promote this.
Yeah, who's a good boy, Nick? Are you a good boy, Nick?
I'm a good boy, Lady Lioness. I'm a very good boy. I serve well. Well. Oh, God, you look great. You are a beautiful woman, and seeing you, it's not just your beauty, but and your love of kink and your knowledge of it. But there's a certain kind of light to kinky people who just get it. You know what I mean? Who have it, and that really shines. The moment I met you, I saw it, and I was blown away. Let's go to the chat. We got some people here. Oh, wow.
Hey, chat.
PD, do slaves get special kinky food in SPANKSGIVING?
I mean, you get the special food for the holiday. Turkey, ham, stuffing, desserts. Yeah. And they're all specially handcrafted.
PD 179. I don't know what that's about. Okay. Did you donate $179? PD? I hope so.
Wow.
That would be wonderful.
Thanks, friend.
All right. PD asks, do you enjoy toilet play, goddess? Have you ever had a personal toilet slave?
I have.
Really?
I have. And this was the first and really only time that I have ever had any type of toilet play. There was a gentleman who was in the area for business that I met, and he was going to be staying for a number of months. And we clicked, and the chemistry was there, and I started playing with him. And he suggested to me the idea of toilet play. And I said, well, what's your interpretation of that? And he said, well, after you go to the bathroom, after you pee, I would like to be your toilet paper. I would like to lick you. And I said, wow, I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but it sounds hot. Yeah, I can, try it with you. And he really enjoyed it. And, going back to my previous statement, I really like what makes people sparkle. I like to see that. Now, there are some hard limits that I have, of course, that I just, regardless of whether it makes somebody sparkle or not, I'm not going to engage in. But, you know, some of the more softer limits, yeah, that was one of the things that I didn't think that I would ever engage in. And he, you know, spun it for me, and it was really cool to do with him.
So in that movie, the safe word, it was a Japanese movie. It was 2022. Make sure it's 2022. It's not the Tubi original. Please, it's not that. It's a Japanese movie, 2022. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but let's just say this woman, the sub, the main character, finds intense pleasure in having her dom urinate all over her face, piss all over her face. And it's like the fact that she has so much pleasure in it, you get transformed. You're like, good for you. She's happy. Yeah. She's finally happy. All right, but you know where this question's going when he says toilet play goddess. He's not just talking about golden showers.
Well, I mean, there comes a point where, you know, certain things, your kink is not my kink, and it's okay. You do you, and that's okay too.
Okay. All right, P, he continues. Do you have any domestic slaves, goddess? If you do, are there any kinky ways you make them do chores?
I don't currently have any domestic slaves, but one of the things that I have enjoyed is dressing up a slave or submissive in a French maid outfit, and we vacuumed, and he vacuumed and mopped and rubbed my feet, and I sat there and said, "You'll have to bend over a little further, honey, so I can see your ruffle panties. You missed a spot." So yeah, I have done that.
Chastity and butt plug?
Of course. Remote controlled butt plug from an app on the phone. God love these times we live in.
Yes, I know. Modern times. Oh, now I gotta like sit differently now because you're talking about that. I remember I'm caged now. So, all right, next question. Hi, mistress. Ever ruined an orgasm? Ruined O? Ever given a ruined O? Are they a fave? If so, why?
I have ruined. Yeah, I have ruined an orgasm. Or a few.
Say when you ruin an orgasm?
You get them right to the edge, and so it's like a roller coaster, right? And it's tick, 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 and then right here, as we start to, then you just stop and oh, and then it keeps going anyway, but the release isn't there. You see? So,
all right. I want to do an album, right? I want to do an album of kink songs, right? So you could like spank to do all the scenes with, and I think that's a one. If we get a sample of you going, oh, and we could just call it ruined orgasm, right? And you put a beat to it, right? And you just, oh, right? Come on, internet, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your opinion of ruined orgasms? Are they your fave?
They're not my fave. I like the completion. I like the draining of the balls. I like that, you know, sort of spent energy. I like to have consumed all that I want to consume. But a good ruin is fun every now and again.
As an overthinker, I love it. I think it's hot as can be. I like the fuck. Do so it's like I feel like you're ruining the I could, if you want me to fuck, I could fuck like, you know what I mean, or like the cut at least in the mouth, or like, you know, it's just, it is beautiful at the same time it is so frustrating. Oh. All right, Stan Vladimir has the Stan question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be, and how would you use it in your kinky life?
I think it would be mind reading.
Mind reading, really? Why? Or set up a scenario.
I would want to know what aspect of particular kinks people enjoy. I would want to understand what's going on and to have a real time sort of ticker tape message of, you know, what are they experiencing? What are they feeling? What's behind it? What's, you know, that's how I would use
Even
it.
the weird stuff that just pops into their heads.
Information is information.
That's true.
Information is power, honey.
That is true. All right. None 130 says also and do you have a crazy ruined orgasm story? Thanks again.
Crazy rude. I mean,
like you ruined an orgasm and all of a sudden people started dancing like it was a musical.
Unfortunately, no, not yet. No, I mean, it's just the ruin. I don't have any craziness, just, you know, an intimate scene and, oh, poor thing.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, we're wrapping it up. Club Femme is incredible. It's pretty much, it's amazing. But I do want to wrap it up. We're all looking for something. Where do you want your kinky path to take you next?
Well, I'm pretty happy that you approached me and we connected in a capacity to be able to have me on the show. I've always knocked around the idea of doing my own podcast and just being able to educate people and strip away the layers of stigma from BDSM, because for me, I was so miserable in my vanilla life, thinking that, sexually at least, thinking that I was so not normal. And it was such a horrible way and to feel about oneself, and to have found FetLife and by consequence found different munches and different people, and to be, you know, accepted into a community where we're all cut from the same cloth was the most freeing, the most grounding, the most sanity-filled time. And I want people to be able to have access to that, because I would not have found FetLife if I wasn't looking at kink porn. And how many women are comfortable looking at porn or admitting that they're comfortable looking at porn, or people in general? And had I not been on kink.com that day and seen the sidebar ad for FetLife, I may still be fucking miserable thinking that I'm weird, you know? And that's where I want to be. I want to take that message and I want to make it a broad awareness for, you are normal in what you like, and it's okay. And there's so many other people like you. And here we are, and wave our flags.
Speaking of FetLife, I'm in John McCoo this Wednesday. He's
so exciting.
I can't wait. And this podcast wouldn't be here if it wasn't for FetLife. I guess to sum it up, I met the editor and the person who did the covers for this book, The Coolest Way to Kill Yourself. And, this is my first book. No one kills himself in the book. It's a saying, and it's filled with hard drugs, kinky sex, and an endless amount of music references. And it takes place from the New York rave scene in the 90s all the way up into 2012.
Wow.
I met the editor and the person who did the covers for all three books that I've written, and then because of that, and because of that inspiration to write the books, and the discipline, the Femdom discipline to keep me writing, really, doing this show to promote it. Like, I wouldn't be talking to you right now if it was not for FetLife. Seriously. So thank you, FetLife.
Thank you. Big shout out from me, the Lady Lioness. Kisses, heart eyes.
We love it. I just got word that we didn't do this. We're gonna do it real quick before the very, very last question. We didn't do the jar.
The jar.
I don't know what's in this jar. The little pieces of paper. So this is the word association. First thing that comes to your head. Okay. All right. Let's see what this is. Ooh, ball busting.
I love it.
You love ball busting?
I fucking love it.
What do you say when you bust a ball? When you kick someone in the nuts?
Buckle up, Buttercup.
You know what we could do? We could do a ruined orgasm remix with you kicking someone in the nuts, and as they fall to the ground, you go, "Oh!" So the hardcore remix of the ruined orgasm song. All right. Oh, here's one. Ambience.
Very necessary.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lace
and pearls.
Oh yeah, the Mommy Domme with the pearls. White blouse, Mommy Domme with the pearls. Butt plug.
Love it.
All right. Finally, I don't think we don't have any more questions. We're gonna end it with this. Complete the sentence. Life is
what you make it.
It is. Thank you, Lady Lioness. Thank you very much. How can people get in touch with you? How can people support ClubFEMNJ? And how can people keep their fire burning? You know, their kinky fire burning.
Yeah, so you can reach me on FetLife. My profile, my name is TheLadyLioness, just as it appears on the screen here. You can type in the search bar and find me. You can go to www.clubfemnj.com and you can click on the contact us option on the menu and shoot me a message and I will get it and I'll hit you back.
This was wonderful. I'm so thankful that I met you. I'm so thankful that you are in my life now, and we're going to see each other at the Manor again. And I want to be involved with Club Fem and support and help out in any way possible. Use me, Lady Lioness. Seriously, I want to serve. I want to serve you and serve Club Fem, and have YKF be to help in any way we can. Definitely creative. Please, everybody out there, read a book. Take your broken heart, make it into art. This is about have you ever lost somebody? This is about me losing someone to cancer and then having to pick up the pieces, and how friendship and how the kink community kept me going. And before that, the coolest way to kill yourself. No one kills himself in the book. It's a saying that she used to say. It's a tribute to a woman who thought that she would never have her life story written about. Yes, it's a love story, and I hope I did her justice. And if you want any information about the rave scene in New York, the hip hop scene in New York, and also kind of coming out as kinky and becoming yourself, I killed my old self and I became a Nicholas Tannic, so to speak. So yes, that's it. This is going to be a great week. The Lady Lioness is on the case. She's on top of the mountain of looking over New Jersey, helping us all, guiding us all. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for everything. Be cool, be kind, keep an open mind.
Thank you so much. More kinky